Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Thread. It's Ruby. Let's get a Queen of the Moon oracle to kind of see what we're getting into for this upcoming full moon in Aries. So I had gotten this, oh, it already came out. I'm going to keep talking now. I had got this vision of a divine feminine, or I was kind of showing me a combination of divine feminine and Lilith coming out of the top of the moon, and then the moon was red and orange, and it was like lighting up behind her like a halo kind of as she was coming up from it. So there's like this Ascension type energy, this powerful type energy, this masculine type energy that I feel like is hitting me, and I don't know if it is for you as well, but it's like a return of power where it rightfully belongs, is what I was seeing in my image. So I'm actually going to be using kind of what I saw as part of the full moon ritual meditation that we're going to do at the beginning, where we're going to be doing a clearing, and I'm going to be doing that on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's the image I'm going to be using for that. So if you're watching this on Friday, make sure you check out that full moon ritual. All right, what I got from the Queen of the Moon oracle, it looks like I got two here. I got acceptance, which is really, really beautiful. Look at that. That reminds me of kind of Six of Pentacles type energy, giving and receiving equally, right? And I also got growth. Okay, so it's so interesting because you can kind of see this feminine energy coming up here. And then I'm seeing that there's a clock, and it kind of looks like, for some reason, it looks like she's growing out of Gaia here as part of this tree, but we'll see what the book says. So first, acceptance of the current situation is the first step to change. The past does not exist. The future hasn't happened. There's only right now. So this is about accepting where I am and who I am right now. When we examine our lives and engage in some truth-telling, we are often confronted with what really is. This realization is powerful, but often we reject this truth if it is too hard to bear, or we are afraid of accepting something that is very difficult. Each of us at some time has dodged our blind spots and then had the illumination of what actually is eventually confront us. What we do next is crucial. Do we accept exactly where we are, no matter how painful or confronting, or do we retreat back into our illusions and remain stuck or unchanging? Choosing to accept ourselves fully and the position we are in enables us to take that next step towards growth. When we can plant our feet solidly into the earth and say, yes, here is exactly where I am, and I accept this fully, and then we take the next steps confidently, honestly, and powerfully towards where we now wish to head. Accepting where we are right now in its fullness allows us to also accept that there may be some chaos in our change before there is full order again. This can be an exciting feeling rather than one that generates fear if we hold our new intentions clearly. So this reminds me of, I'm laughing because it reminds me of Denise's video that came out on Tuesday. So if this reading resonates with you, maybe go back and look at her video if you haven't already done so, or revisit it. For the growth card, this is about rejecting stagnancy, getting unstuck, and taking action. The choice to grow should be made. Expect growing pains when making huge changes in your life. Change is a natural part of life and cannot be pushed against forever. Change should have aim and purpose. Be courageous, you will blossom. It says to think of a willow tree. Willows often grow on the sandy banks of a highly shiftable and changeable river, yet they reach huge sizes, successfully growing and holding fast in an unpredictable habitat. How do they do this? When you see a young willow on the banks, for a long while it just looks like a feeble stick. It may have a few branches and leaves, but at first the trunk will be fine and flexible rather than robust. What we don't see immediately is the root base. The willow spends a lot of time establishing a root city under the surface. These roots are long and strong and very numerous, finding their way onto many nooks and crannies, holding onto rocks. Other established tree roots and anything that can help with their stability. These roots go off in all directions, thus securing their position just in case the earth begins to shift. Then and only then, once these root networks are established well enough, does the willow put its energy into further growth. The trunk begins to thicken and widen and harden and travel upwards to the sky. However, as they grow, the branches have little of the trunk's supportive thickness. They have instead the instruction that they must be flexible. That means they can turn with the sun and survive punishing winds that might threaten to topple the rest of the tree. All of this growth is done with purpose and a divine strategy. So your growth needs to have aim, and it needs to have purpose, right? So it's strengthening. It's this rising energy that I was feeling and that I was seeing. And it can only happen with accepting where we are and accepting what decisions need to be made, and trusting that as you have perhaps repeated multiple cycles in similar situations, that all this time you have been growing underneath the surface like the willow tree. So, okay. That means that we have a responsibility to learn from the lessons that we know we have learned, because these situations may come back again. So part of the rising of this power that I'm getting from these cards is about seeing something for what it truly is, accepting that thing for what it truly is. If you're seeing a repeat pattern of something, using these roots and these maybe connections of other people that you have made to be able to do something differently this time, even though it is, perhaps new, uncharted, or even scary. But it's within those roots that you find that strength to rise. Okay? And so that's why I find this to be such a beautiful combined energy. I feel like you could also be getting some kind of support from other people during this time. So these other people are rooting you and grounding you in this energy. Okay. Let's get a little bit more. I want to see, I was drawn to go ahead and pull a spiritual journey oracle. So I'm going to put that for this next part here. I think I'm going to do this for why this is happening right now.
Hold on, I need to move my little pad and paper over here.
Okay. This is like I do stuff so on the fly, it's funny. Okay. So we have evolution. I got another one too. So the reason why this is happening, the situation or relationship you are in is about to shift. Okay, so remember we were talking about the roots and having to depend on the roots around you to stabilize you, other giving energies. You are changing, you are evolving, you are shifting, you are growing. And so this is happening now. And this other card I'm looking at here is there is a pivot point. You are at a fork in the road where an important decision may have a substantial impact. So this is happening because you are now able to pivot and make a different choice because you have established new roots, new strengths that have been given to you by these other connections that you have. This could be a connection also with spirit, right? So, which I think is very beautiful, because it's like you're being grounded in that feeling of community. You're being grounded in this energy that you're getting from these other possible multiple sources, right? Because we're seeing with that growth card how the roots are going around, and it's multiple roots that are stabilizing you, right? So there's multiple energies. This could also be your spirit guides. This could be passed on loved ones. This could be whoever it is for you individually. It might be different for everybody. Okay. So let's see what else Spirit has to say. Let me see if I can find the tarot deck I want. Okay. I'll use this one. Not the one I want, but perhaps it's the one I need right now. What does Spirit have to say about this? I mean, to me, this is a graduation type energy with this evolution card. I think in the past, you haven't had this stability to be able to, you know, move into this new direction, to be able to rise in this same way. And they're showing me this clock. My guides are showing me this clock that she's holding here, because now this is time. Right now. And I think you can utilize that energy of this Aries full moon. That's why it's specific to this time frame. What else does Spirit have to say about this for Lighthouse Tapestry Collective? What else does Spirit have to say about this? This is my card. Queen of Pentacles, look at you. Oh my God. This is you. Look at you. Oh my God. You have got to this place where you are just sitting in this knowing. Look at you. It's like you have this knowing of your value. You're holding on to your own value. I love it. Look, there's the moon on the bottom. It's happening. This, you know, the energy is going to be, you know, it's coming up this next few days. And then of course it plays out over the next week or so, right? Still. So it's culminating into this, and you're like, look at what I have done. And Spirit is basically saying, congratulations. Again, this is graduation energy. Okay. I love it. And you are, like how I was seeing that, where you're coming out of the root system of Gaia here, there you are doing that. You're the one growing and doing this. I love it. La la la. It's time to move to the next. Okay. Any potential blocks? Boop. We have the Five of Pentacles. So it's like, if you are not able to see, because look at this, you know, depiction. Of course I was supposed to get this deck. Okay. So this Five of Pentacles is about not lifting your head up. Do you see how she's got her head raised here? And this can be, you know, masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter. This is just the energy that we're talking about here with this beautiful Queen of Pentacles. But lifting your head up to go and stand and put the key in the lock, to be able to turn the door, is going to be up to you. It is up to you in the end. It's up to you in the end to accept things as they are. It's up to you in the end to accept the breadcrumbs that Spirit has been dropping for you, and to accept the help and support that you have been getting all of this time, right? If you don't do that, then, you know, potentially you're going to just kind of stay in this place of feeling out in the cold, or feeling like you're not getting what you need, because you're going to be needing to rescue yourself out of this situation. You are the Empress here. So we have a lot of strong earth energy. I'm feeling Gaia. I'm feeling Empress, which is Taurus and Libra energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Five of Pentacles, which is again earth energy. So the earth is very, very strong in this reading. But the Empress Yeah, it's up to you. There you go. Look on the bottom energy. Look at this, guys. You cannot make this up. You're giving it to yourself. Singular energy. Again, more earth grounding energy here. Okay, let me put these back the same way. All right. So what's going to be happening next? What are we moving into next with this? I'm just hearing somebody go, I graduated. Like when you're in kindergarten, you got your like diploma and you're so proud and you're holding it up for the teachers. Everybody's taking pictures. That's what I'm feeling right now. There's this part that's sad. There's this part that is like, I wish I didn't have to do this. I wish I didn't have to pick up this key and put it in the lock myself. I wish I didn't have to turn because this door is scary. This door that I'm walking through is making me nervous here. But you have evolved and you're ready. Okay? So where are we going next for Lighthouse Tapestry Collective? I'm feeling this powerful, powerful energy. I got 2 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and 10 of Wands. Again, the sun is coming up. I'm hearing tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow, come what may, right? It's coming, it's now, it's imminent, right? The sun's timing is, you know, within a day of this realization. You have, again, more hands here. You have support in someone else. This person is going, I'm hearing they're going to walk you home. Because it's time to drop this burden here at this point. But you're not, I'm getting goosebumps. You're not doing this alone. You're just not. You have all of these roots and this support and these guides of these other people. You feel alone, but you're not. Okay? All right. So good luck through this energy. And trust what I'm saying to you. If you feel like what I'm telling you hits home in some way, then this reading is most likely for you. All right? So it's time to accept this. This is where I am. These are the decisions I need to make. I'm at this place because I'm understanding that I have evolved now. And this is all part of my growth and my evolution to be at this pivot point at this time so that I can change what I'm doing for my highest and best outcome. You don't see what's beyond that door, but you're walking yourself through it. And this time, it's different. And you have all the support in the world to do it. All right? So have faith in that. Thanks so much, everybody, and I will see you on the next video.